Hello all, welcome to the Universal Group of Institution Bangalore. The topic for today's discussion is very vital and it's deal with one nation, one election and how the whole process will be implemented in our country. We will also see the positive and the negative impacts of one nation, one election. What is one nation, one election? The Indian government has proposed the concept of one nation, one election, aiming to hold simultaneous election for the Lok Sabha and state assemblies and local bodies as well. This proposal, approved by the Union Cabinet and led by the former President Ramnath Kovind, aims to streamline the election process across the country. The first phase will involve holding general election, that is Lok Sabha election, and state assembly elections together, while the second phase will see panchayat and municipal elections held within 100 days of the general election. Now we will see how will the government implement one nation, one election. It will not be that easy as it seems. So let's see. The government plans to implement this system in phases. Initially, a common electoral roll will be used for all elections, with voter ID cards managed by the Election Commission of India in collaboration with state authorities. This rollout will be preceded by detailed discussion across the country. So, the people of India will be respected in this way that a discussion will be there when it comes to one nation, one election. The entire system will be backed by two constitutional bills. So there will be two constitutional amendment bills. What are these? They are number one, Article 82A to establish the transition process, and then comes your Article 324A to ensure parallel election at the municipal and panchayat level. So a parallel elections will be held to the municipal and panchayat level. Once these bills are passed by Parliament and ratified by the states, the process will be set into motion. Now we will see the benefits of it. The pro side of one nation, one election. Supporters of one nation, one election argues that frequent election in India creates policy paralysis. Yeah, that's the negative impact of frequent election. If the country is involved in frequent election, then policies are difficult to maintain and hinders effective governance. With simultaneous election, government will be able to focus on development without the disruption of election campaigns every month. So government does not have to pay attention on the election campaigns which is happening every month. They can work on the governance and the policy side of the governance. Economically, one nation, one election will reduce the cost of conducting multiple elections and boost voter turnout by streamlining the process. By providing policy stability, businesses will also benefit, as they can plan without fear of sudden changes due to frequent polls. So when we start any policy, the policy will also be stable, students, because in that case there will not be frequent polls and there will not be frequent disturbance. Now we will see the negative part of it. However, critics of the proposal argues that regional issues could be overshadowed by national concerns. So India is a diverse country, we all know. So when it comes to regional issues, we should not take a back seat on that. If all elections are held simultaneously, India's federal structure grants power to both the center and the state. We all know that India is a federal state where center and states have diversification of powers, and in that case, critics says that simultaneous elections may erode the importance of state governments. Moreover, holding elections every 5 years could reduce accountability, as voters loses the opportunity to express dissatisfaction through state election held at different times. So when regional elections are happening and happening again and again, then in regional areas people can express their dissatisfaction, which will not happen if the elections are held once in every 5 years. This is also the risk of elected representatives becoming complacent in the absence of regular polls. That is also true. If regular polls are not there, the elected MPs, they will be the elected representatives of people, may become little complacent and lazy and will not work because the pressure of the people will not be there. In conclusion, we will say that while one nation, one election aims to streamline the electoral process, it presents both potential advantages and challenges for India's democratic framework. Yeah, we have seen the both sides of the coin. We have seen both the positives and the negatives of having one nation, one election. So that's all for now. Stay tuned with us.